from Los Angeles, California. I'm Johnny Briseno.
And I'm Brett Gaffney. Welcome back to A Word Before We Leave. You guys know the show. This is not about me. This is about the words that we say and the perspectives that we share. Johnny and I got the pleasure of meeting about a year ago.
Almost.
At a party of our friend Mason's. We were culling the Irish snakes to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And we hit it off. We're both from Kansas City. We didn't know each other in Kansas City. Johnny's a little bit older than me. Johnny, how old are you? 27?
About to be 28. Yeah.
About to be 28. When's your birthday?
December 5th.
December 5th is coming up, guys. It is currently pre-Thanksgiving, November. What's today?
12? 13?
Today's
12?
the 12th, the 13th?
I don't know. My phone doesn't say 12. 12.
So this is A Word Before We Leave, the show about the words that we say and the people we bring into our lives. Everyone has a perspective and philosophy that matters in this world, and it is our job and duty to understand others so that we may understand ourselves better. That is why we do the show, that is why we listen to the show, and that is why you are joining us today, because Johnny's words could teach us something about ourselves. We're going to use Johnny's life story, perspective, past, present, and future to shape a clear picture on what true life is for everybody. Johnny will start off with Word of the Day. It is a lovely segment just to warm us up and get us in the headspace to do the interview. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Today's Word of the Day is brought to you from Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. This is not sponsored. One day it will be. We say that every time, but one day it will be, just not today. Today's Word of the Day is abide. That is A-B-I-D-E, and Merriam-Webster's example sentence is, if someone cannot abide, their definition is, if someone cannot abide someone or something bad, unpleasant, etc., they cannot tolerate or accept that person or thing. Abide can also mean to accept without objection and to remain or continue. Their example sentence is, I just can't abide such blatant dishonesty. Now it is Johnny's turn to make up a sentence using the word abide appropriately, and then I will, and then we're in the show.
I have to make it up.
Make a sentence using the word abide.
I mean, the only sentence
You can quote a movie.
Yeah, the only sentence I love is
yeah.
the dude abides.
The dude does abide. That's a Big Lebowski reference.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
I know. I was gonna ask if the.
I can't take your Sam Elliott quote.
Sorry.
This tea is crazy, by the
Isn't
way.
it?
What tea is this? Cinnamon, cardamom?
It's cardamom and cinnamon. Yeah.
I want to talk about cardamom for a second. Oh, I can sprinkle in abide into my cardamom sentence. The taste of Fruit Loops abides in the scent of cardamom.
I think it's cardamom, right?
Oh God.
I don't know.
No, I think you're right, actually. So the taste of Fruit Loops abides in the scent of cardamom, and cardamom comes from a tree. It's tree bark.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
And
know
it smells fruity. That's why they put it in Fruit Loops. It's also used in Earl Grey tea. So if you're having Earl Grey tea and you're like, why does this taste or smell like Fruit Loops? It's because they have the same citrus bark in it, which is cardamom. Cardamom comes from a citrus tree.
Interesting.
And it goes well with cinnamon, hence the tea.
It's delicious. I had this tea. Oh my gosh, maybe like 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago, I was working this like really weird YouTube gig, and they had a bunch of tea, and this is one they had, and it was incredible, and I went out and bought it, and now it's a consistent buy.
It's so cozy. All right, Johnny. Enough of tree bark and teas. I want to dive into. I think this is the best way to start the show. And I ask everybody the first question the same, and everyone the last question the same is what gets you out of bed every single day, and what has been getting you out of bed since you've been born. Essentially, there's got to be something that drives you. And take it away when you're ready.
That's a great question. Recently, I don't know what's been getting me out of bed. Honestly, I think nothing more than like the necessity to leave my bed, truthfully. This morning it was that. I stayed in it a little longer. Truthfully, right now in my life, there's no like continual. It's like the other 2 days ago, I was up at 6:47. I was just up, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to get up. And I had a solid to-do list and a solid approach on what I was doing that day. And then like that was kind of my drive for that day, was the excitement to like get through my to-do list and do everything. Today was much slower. Today was just a like gradual, like I should get up. Brett's coming over now in like 2 hours. I should eat something and brush my teeth at some point and shower and get ready. And throughout my life, yeah, again, I don't know if there's been like one continual thing or through line. I think it very much does kind of vary day to day or moment to moment on what it is that day that's pulling me.
When you were growing up in Kansas City, was there maybe a consistent desire for your future?
No.
Really?
No.
No ambitions, goals.
I just was having fun. I always enjoyed things, and I always worked on the things that I was enjoying. But it wasn't until my freshman year when I started acting that I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. But before that, it was just, I'm the youngest of 7, and so my life was dictated by other people so consistently. And I woke up when my parents would come in and tell me to get up, and my schedule was planned based on what they had going that day and what everybody else had going that day. If I had to tag along to my siblings' volleyball game, or if we had a thing at church, or if the fence needed to be built or the house needed to be painted, there was like I was just kind of like at the will of what was happening around me. So I really just kind of like followed that for so long.
What would you describe your childhood like? Was there any consistent people? Youngest of 7, there's got to be some stories, right?
Yeah.
Like
sure.
What was the regular day to day for Johnny? Even if you were on the move to different spots.
That's a great question. If it's in the week, like, or if it's in the school year, it's get up super early because
You're in Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah, the Missouri side. I'm like 45 minutes south in Lee Summit. And my parents worked a lot. My father taught in the inner city in Kansas City. My mom is a nurse practitioner, and they weren't like around a whole lot in the week because their schedules were so crazy.
Yeah.
My mom would work overnights, or she'd work super early in the morning or really late at night. And my father did a bunch of after school programs. And so he would be gone really early to make it into the city before like 6 or whatever. So he'd be gone by like 4:35. My mom, a similar thing. And so they would drop us off. There were like a handful of different people that would watch us in the morning. I was in preschool. I had a teacher, Miss Chip. She would watch me. She'd drop me off.
Would she come over?
No, my mom would drop me off on her way to work.
Okay. At the preschool?
At Miss Chip's house. And
At
Miss Chip would take me.
To preschool?
Yeah.
And she was also your teacher?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then when I got into school, we had a neighbor that we would call neighbor Grandma. And she was like 3-4 houses down.
Sure.
And we would just go over to her place. She was up really early. She was really old. And she would just like make us breakfast and eat waffles. We'd play golf, the card game, and watch SpongeBob on our TV.
Neighbor Grandma.
Love neighbor Grandma.
She's still around?
No.
She was old.
She passed like probably like 15 years ago. She passed a long time ago.
Rest in peace.
And her son still lives there. But yeah, it's crazy. And then we'd go over and then after school, I would come home. Oftentimes to nobody, either just my sibling Timmy, who's the closest to me,
Sure.
and be him and I, or just myself. And so I would just like watch TV, hang out outside, heat up pizza in the oven, and just wait for them to come home. And grateful that we would have a family dinner. We'd sit down and do that, and then I don't really know what I would do after that. Watch my brother play video games.
One of 6 brothers? How many brothers?
I have 2 brothers.
And then
4 sisters. Yeah.
And then what's the oldest? And how far apart are you from
Amanda's
the oldest?
54.
54. And then you're
About to be 28. So
28.
about half. All right, half her age.
big gap.
Yeah.
Huge gap.
Yeah.
Did that affect the way you had an outlook on life as a kid? Do you think growing up in a big family gave you maybe a different perspective from your friends or from the people that you were around as a kid?
I don't think I acknowledged it. I don't think I knew any different.
Because that was your world.
Because that was my world.
Sure.
And I think as a kid, I don't necessarily have the wherewithal to be able to notice.
You're like, wait, other people are living different lives.
Yeah, and it's like
I'm 5.
yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I'm in 5th grade. I don't know. I can't be like, I can tell you're an only child and I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of, it just was. Having a big family was just so normal and regular to me, and it's, yeah, and I loved it. I'm really grateful for it.
How many rooms were in your house? Did everyone live at home when you were a kid?
So there was never a moment where all 7 of us lived in the
So
same
it
room.
almost felt like your siblings were coming to visit.
Or I'd go to their
see
place
them.
because they lived in town or a town over, and so I would go stay with them a bunch.
And you were just a boy.
Yeah, and I'd be with my sisters. Allie and Amanda lived together for a really long time, and my nieces and nephews pretty similar in age to me. So we would just stay at their place a bunch.
So
too.
you were the uncle of kids your age.
Yeah, I have a niece who's like, probably like 6 years older than me.
What?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I know.
I feel like your niece would consider you the nephew,
100%.
even though you're technically the uncle by lineage.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I feel like a lot of people most people don't come from a family of 7 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Most people come from a family of maybe 7 cousins, 11 cousins, 5 cousins.
Yeah.
So how many cousins did you have as well?
On my mom's side, we have Hayden, Nate, Michael, and then we have 2 step cousins, Hillary and Dylan, who married in probably when I was in like 3rd grade, 4th grade. So they've been my cousins. So 5 cousins on my mom's side, and then 6 cousins on my dad's side. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me a time that you remember vividly from your childhood, a memory, a story, something that when people ask about what it was like being a kid, you can just immediately be like, oh, I remember that. Doesn't matter the context, but I think what comes to mind will matter more for the future and rest of the interview.
Yeah. The kids on my cul-de-sac, really. That honestly was such a huge part of my childhood. We're neighbors to the north side of our house. It was Karina and Julio, and then on the south end it was Mac and this dude Phoebus was down the street, and Patrick was behind us, and Dan and Hannah ended up moving in, and then it's me, my brother Timmy, and my sister Emily, and Steven was also behind us, and we would all just hang out all the time. We'd play poker. We would play
As kids?
Yeah, dude, as children. Karina and Julio had poker sets, and so we would just set up and like for hours.
Are you in a
day.
basement, a garage, a backyard, in the street?
Deck, garage, basement, street, all of it. Just like wherever we found ourselves that day.
You were just tossing cards.
100%.
Gambling.
100%.
Not for
with
money,
fake
like
money.
Yeah,
but
Monopoly money, essentially.
Yeah.
Quarters.
Yeah. If we do that, there's a huge field. Because I lived at the end of cul-de-sac, so there's a huge field right behind the Salazars that we called Daffodil Meadows, but there were no daffodils there.
You're like, that's Daffodil Metals.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's Daffodil Meadows. There's no daffodils. There's only, I can't even, dandelions. But that's where we played baseball. It's where we played football. There's a creek at the end of it that led into a pond that led into a lake. And there's the woods back behind the creek. And so that's true. That's just all we did is spend so much time outside, so much time playing. We would open up the garage and put up Mario Kart with the N64 on a TV, and we just go rounds in that, play basketball, do everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was school like? Was school hard?
No, I wasn't good at it. I didn't try really. School was always a social thing for me, just to go and hang out. I love talking to people, love making friends, and so that's all I did. It was just make friends with everybody, talk to everybody.
Sure.
But the schoolwork I never prioritized. It was never what I cared about.
At what age did you start taking an interest in maybe auditioning for a play or joining a drama club or doing theater? I think, because you said freshman year, you discovered acting.
Yeah. So
what led to that?
Got to middle school. Our middle school is only 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
So 7th grade, I saw the musical that they did, and I was like, that is really cool.
What was the show?
They did Aladdin.
Nice.
They did Horton Hears a Who. Aladdin was 8th grade.
Okay.
They did Horton Hears a Who, and this dude Easton, who was in my science class, was JoJo. Yes, he was JoJo. And I saw him do the musical, and then I was talking to him in science. I was like, it was just so, it was so cool to me. I don't know what it was, but it opened up something in me. I thought it was awesome. And he was always trying to get me to audition for the next musical, and I didn't.
Can you sing?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I'm not like...
Are you like a baritone?
No, I'm a tenor, but
It's not your best trait. It might be like...
It's number 2.
Okay.
Acting is 1, singing is number 2. I'm a
So
capable
dancing's
singer.
3.
Dancing, I don't even know where it would be on that list.
Sure.
That's not for me.
Dancing's goofy.
But he tried to get me to do the musical. I didn't do the musical. He did Aladdin. Super White was Aladdin. It's Missouri. And then at the end of the year, they do this thing called the award show. And it's like a variety show. And there's singing, there's dancing, there's acting. And then that's when they announce like the dean's list and the principals, whatever it is. And it goes up the night before the last day of school for all the parents, and that's where the actual awards happen. And then on the last day of school, the 8th graders watch it in the morning, the 7th graders watch it in the evening, or at the second half of the day. It's a half day. You leave. And I don't know how or why, but Easton really like prompted me, and I auditioned for it, and all I wanted to do was acting, but I got singing and dancing, and then I became the main male dancer for all of the dance numbers. And I was like, this is not what I do. This is not what I want to do at
You're
all.
like, what the heck, guys?
I wanted to act.
You're like, I don't want to dance.
But I fell in love with it. It was so fun. I was in rehearsals for the first time and hanging out with all these people in a new way, and got a taste of that. And so then this dude, Estevan, who was going into his senior year, and I was going into my freshman year, I guess 8th grade, his junior year when we met, he was one of the choreographers for it, and we just became bros. And so that summer, hung out with him and all of his friends, and they made a lot of video. They just like shot a bunch of stuff.
Like
and
YouTube
so,
videos?
Yeah, and so then we shot a web series and then I started acting and doing that in the web series that summer.
So this is when film came into the picture?
And this is when film came into the picture.
Film
and so
acting.
then because of that, when I got to high school, because he was in AVT, what is it? The video classes in high school.
Oh, like video announcements or
yeah,
like
whatever the video class is.
it's oh god, it's killing me. The it does start with an A.
Right?
ABV or
AV. Is it AVT?
The AV Club?
AV Club? I think that's
It's
what it
the
is.
AV
I guess
Club?
audio video.
Audio video. Everyone in the chat.
It's
Like,
like,
dude, this is
AV,
audio. No,
AV.
this is AV. They're like, this is video and audio. Shout out. We're in Johnny's place, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, this is Johnny's studio.
This is my place.
We always take the podcast to the people we interview so that we can show and also exist in a day in their life, essentially.
This is what my day to day looks like. I have a
right now,
podcast every day.
I mean, not a podcast, but like this is your space.
Yeah,
This is where you
yeah,
live.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is the vibe.
Yeah, very
This
much
is
so.
curated by Johnny, and
Yeah.
we're just guests in your life right now.
Always happy to have you.
But so you're in the AV club.
I wasn't, but
You're
he
the
was.
buddy though. Okay.
And that's where like all their assignments are to make short films and do all these things. And so then going into high school, because I did that with Estevan and he was like the senior of that group, I just did like everybody's short film in high school and I loved it. So I was just in them all the time and I learned a lot about that. And then freshman orientation before school started, I just knew I was like, I'm gonna do theater. So I beelined it to the drama club booth, met Mr. Ackers, who became my mentor throughout all of high school and beyond, and signed up, and then auditioned for my first play, which was Moon Over Buffalo.
Never seen that play.
I didn't get it. It's a farce. It's so fun. But I remember being so annoyed.
This is freshman year of high school?
Yeah, freshman year of high school. I didn't get a call back, and I was so bummed. I was pissed. I was like, how do I not get a call back for that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd never done anything really.
Yeah.
And then
You're like, I'm dripping with talent.
yeah, I know.
You're like, how does he not see me?
This is crazy.
Yeah. You're like, did you go to my middle school shows?
Did you watch me dance to Tayo Cruz?
Yeah.
No.
You're like,
obviously
that was my
not.
moment. People ate that up.
But then I auditioned for the second play, which was A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And I got that.
Who were you?
They created a character. He
So not Scrooge.
no, it was Ralphie, A Christmas Story, you'll shoot your eye out.
Oh, you're gonna shoot your eye out.
Yes. And so which is like
Were you Ralphie?
I was not. So they had
Santa
classroom
Claus?
students, and my teacher cut up a bunch of parts to let more kids have more lines.
Yeah, good play has a lot of people in it.
Yeah. So I was just given maybe like 4 or 5 lines that were really belonged to Ralphie's friends that he just kind of cut up. The cast list for that came out, and I cried because I was like, I'm so unimportant. I'm below elf number 2. This is crazy. But I had the time.
You had the time of your
I
life.
had the time of my life. It was fantastic.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Where do you think? I feel like there was maybe a weight of insecurity around making it in these shows, and I think a lot of younger high schoolers can relate to this, especially in like a competitive theater nature. I mean, I didn't make shows in high school, and it broke me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I took it so seriously, but maybe looking back now, you can be like, why did I react that way? Why was it like? What was that thing?
I know that I'm competitive, and my whole life I played sports. And then when I got to high school, dropped everything. And my whole family is a pretty competitive family. And I want to be the best at the thing that I do. Not to be like number one. I've since, released that and I'm fully aware like there's a playing field of like that's objective, especially in our field. But like at the time, and especially with sports, you can kind of be statistical, be like, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at this. And I wanted to be as great as I could be. And so I just wanted to be like number 1. And then to be the second to last person on the cast list, I was like, that makes me so angry, which is silly looking back at it. And I don't really harbor as much of that now, but also, again, like also being the youngest and like being the youngest is 7. Like I had to fight for so many things. And so I think that transferred over, but with theater and acting specifically, it was the first thing that was mine, really. All my clothes, my toys, my games, everything were passed down to me from my interests, the music I listened to, any of that. It was given to me by my siblings. And so this and movies, because I like really dove into movies when I was maybe 10. I found IMDb, and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, there's a whole database of things I've never heard of.
I know. And so I used to just go down the top 250 list, and I didn't know what a good movie was, but I was like, this is number 1 on the list. Shawshank is number 1, so I guess this is a good movie. So I'm like 10 years old being like, yeah, Shawshank, Godfather, masterpieces.
You're just repeating the IMDb top 250.
That's all it is, and I'm just watching them being like, yeah, this is good.
I mean, they are good.
They are good.
Objectively and subjectively, they're great.
But I had no idea. I had no idea what it really was.
The critics would love you. They'd be like, "Oh, he gets us." So what is your favorite movie?
Back to the Future.
Nice.
100%.
All 3?
It goes in order.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So your top 3 are 1, 2.
Oh no, like my top 3 movies of all time.
Sure.
No.
Lay it on me. I mean, you could do top 4 if we're Letterboxd fans.
If we're Letterboxd, I think my Letterboxd right now is Back to the Future, Before Sunrise. I think The Social Network's on there.
Are you a Fincher fan?
I am, but
I said that with opinions. I
like
like
you
Fincher.
a Fincher fan?
No, I actually love Fincher.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I am, but I love The Social Network more than I love Fincher, if that makes sense. Like, I love The Social Network because it's The Social Network.
He's dialed in.
He's so locked in.
Mark!
He's dialed in.
He's dialed in.
Oh, is he? I think the other one I have on there is The Breakfast Club. When I was in middle school.
Good movie. John Hughes.
Fantastic, dude. Incredible. I went through a huge 80s phase.
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you?
My favorite movie is Ferris Bueller.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so good. I love all the time. This is one of my favorite quotes where he has the clarinet. He's like,
Right? He's
never had one lesson.
That's exactly how it goes. That's so
Dude.
good. I could quote that movie all day.
Oh, dude, all day.
People tell me I give Ferris Bueller. People are like, you got a Ferris Bueller vibe, and I'm like, thank you.
Did you grow up watching it?
Yeah. Well, my dad wouldn't show it to me until I was in high school.
Okay.
He did that on purpose because he always knew I was gonna love it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and then for 2 years, it was the only thing I would come home from high school or come home from play practice or musical practice or rehearsal, and then I would watch Ferris Bueller and eat dinner and snack and do my homework.
Yeah.
So for every day for like 200 to 300 days in a row, I watched Ferris Bueller. Did not miss a day.
That makes me so happy.
So I've seen it like 400 times.
That is Back to the Future.
That's
for
great.
me. That's exactly what it was. I found it in 5th grade. This dude, Keegan, from my baseball team, came over one day. His dad painted Xboxes for a living, and I thought that was so sick.
That is sick.
And he showed me Back to the Future, and we didn't get to finish it. And every time I saw him, I was like, "Are you coming over? Are you coming over so that we can watch Back to the Future? When are you coming over so we can finish Back to the Future?" And I ended up, I became obsessed. I had to have every poster, every shirt, everything for it, and there's still, I don't know how much of it is around my room.
I'm trying to see if I can see anything Back
Right
to the
now.
Future related.
There's a hoverboard that's over there,
Is
underneath my turntable. It's a really small one. It's magnetic, so it floats.
Wait, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. That's awesome.
I've got all the vinyls that are over there. My DeLorean is, I think, in my closet. Interesting. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I did the same thing.
So I think this is a great time to go on to our second segment. I mean, it's our first segment, but second segment, not word of the day. This is wordplay, and it's a game that I play with every single guest, and it's the classic. Everybody on the show is like, I can't wait for wordplay. I'm going to play along. People play along, I've been told.
Oh,
and
sick.
people get upset when we get the word too fast. The last few guests we've been synced, and so the rules for the game are simple. I'm going to count us down from 3, and then we're going to say a word at the same time.
I love this
First
game.
word at the top of your mind. Rules are simple. Try to avoid names unless it's super obvious. Don't repeat words we've said in the past, and no talking about where we're associating our words.
Sure.
We talk over ourselves, which is magical in a podcast because people... You're not supposed to do that in a podcast, and that's why I do this game, because I don't like rules. But there are rules to this game that we have to abide to. Nothing in the room.
Abide.
Oh, word of the day has made it back to wordplay. Anyways, nothing in the room, nothing we've spoken about, random word that comes to your mind. Let me know when you're ready. I'm thinking of a word as well.
Yep.
I got a word.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Maple.
Ethereal. Ethereal and
Maple?
Maple and
Ethereal?
ethereal. Maple and ethereal. Connect with me, Johnny. Maple and ethereal.
I
got a word.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yosemite.
Canada.
Okay.
Canada and Yosemite.
Yeah, I don't know how many maples you have.
I got a
in
word.
Yosemite, but...
First thing that came to my mind, I got a word. I'm sending it to you with my brain waves.
See, this is when it stresses me out.
Don't be stressed. Relax. Sink into the words I'm sending you with my mind. It's one word.
Canada and Yosemite. Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Syrup.
Region.
Region.
Region and syrup. Some people say syrup. Some people say syrup.
What do you say?
Syrup.
Syrup.
Yeah. I say it fast too because I don't want
Syrup.
people to be like, it's maple syrup. I'm like, it's.
If you say it fast enough, they won't catch it.
I'm like, phonetically, it's syrup, but okay. Region and syrup. Syrup.
Syrup.
I got a word. I don't know. I got a word.
Region and syrup?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
3, 2, 1.
Ontario.
Ketchup in Ontario. I got a word.
Why do you get them so fast?
I do this a lot. Ketchup in Ontario.
Oh, sure.
3, 2, 1. Chips.
Fries.
We were thinking.
Same
Yeah,
concept.
yeah, but they call them
All
chips.
right, I got something.
Chips and fries. 3, 2, 1. Fish.
There
Boom.
we go, baby.
That was wordplay. Today we ended on
Fish.
And now we're back to the show.
Yeah, wow.
Love that game.
I love that game too.
There was a fly that just
I know, dude.
bumped me in the face.
I've had to. If you look up there, I have to plug holes because the downside of this apartment is that
This is so Hollywood.
There
We're in
are-
Hollywood, by the way.
we are in Hollywood. We're in East Hollywood. Fun thing about this. Okay, so this building, this whole street here. I don't know what actress it was, but like
Parking
parking sucks.
Parking sucks. I was about to say, cussing's allowed on the show, but I try not to.
Sure.
Try to keep it PG. Parking's a bitch.
Parking's terrible here.
Yeah.
I park. I have a spot. It's not an actual assigned spot, but people don't park there often because it's in the red,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just park in the red, and I don't get ticketed unless I leave it for street sweeping.
There's a street that I live by. It's a main road, and there's parking spaces on it, and there's signs that say 1 hour parking, 8 a.m. to
8
6 p.m.
Oh, 6.
But it's just 1 hour parking, and I parked there for days.
See, that's
They don't check
they don't really check.
unless it's a busy area.
Yes.
My area is just a neighborhood.
So the places I'm sure there are so many more, but I know like around
This is LA, by the way. I mean, we're in Hollywood.
Los Angeles. There's places, I don't know. There's busy places in WeHo. They'll check.
Silver
check it.
Lake, they'll check.
Highland Park, they'll check.
Santa Monica, they'll definitely check.
But over here, they don't check. I am parked to the meters all the time. Rarely will I get a ticket.
My theory, the areas that aren't checked, parking street workers live in this neighborhood.
Interesting. Why is that? Why that?
Because one time I saw on a street cleaning day on my block, we have Tuesday side, Monday side. I go outside. It's time
Yeah.
to move your car.
Yeah.
A few people move their cars. A few people leave their cars. The ticketing lady comes,
Oh.
and she starts talking with the guy. They hug. She drives away. No tickets. Street cleaning comes, goes around the cars. What's that about, huh?
Interesting.
Los Angeles parking services. Where's our taxes going?
Well,
I don't mind. I don't think it's an effective form of cleaning the streets.
no.
It's not. It doesn't work.
No,
It's a waste of money.
it is. It's a way to get money out of us. Like, even if they didn't ticket, that's great. Normally they do on street sweeping days.
Yeah.
Those are $73 tickets.
Yeah.
They're
And they
so
just pile up.
They're so expensive.
They don't do anything if you don't pay them.
I know.
They might boot your car.
I got a couple that I haven't paid.
I know someone that got their car booted after not paying 20.
20.
And I said how long. I asked him how long it took. He was in an improv class with me, and he was like, "I've been accumulating them for 3 years."
That's crazy.
So it took 3 years for them to boot his car. Before that, they just add the tickets on.
Listen, there's a world. You just pile up the tickets and then you move away.
He hired a guy to take the boot off.
Yeah, dude. It's cheaper.
He literally said it was cheaper than paying all 20 tickets.
That's so. Of course, I have to. So I'm a little nervous because I got a couple tickets. I got to register my car tomorrow. So I'm afraid they'll be like, "We'll do it. You have to pay your tickets." Whatever. Well, that's tomorrow's
Fingers
problem.
crossed.
It's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah, that is tomorrow's problem. Johnny, tell me about living in Los Angeles. You made the big move.
I did make the big move.
When did you make the big move? What was that like?
October 2020.
COVID. Mid-COVID.
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
Why LA?
Well,
Everyone has a different answer.
It was because I got signed with an agent, and so I was like, I guess it's LA. Because originally,
Was your agent based in LA?
yeah,
Cool.
originally I was going to New York. That was always the goal.
Johnny's an actor, by the way.
I'm an actor, amongst other things. I don't know if I'm an actor.
You were an actor.
Well,
You act.
I act. Well, I guess we'll touch on that.
Yeah, we should touch on that.
Moved out in 2020. I originally was going to New York. It was always the goal. I loved New York, and so we did Showcase in New York, my senior year of college. So we went. We had open Showcase on Monday, or closed Showcase on Monday, where we performed 1-on-1, or I guess 1-on-6 with 6 different casting directors and agents. And then Tuesday we had open. Anybody could come. You do different material. You have scenes. You do all this stuff. Wednesday, I had a handful of management meetings, which was really sick. I had a callback for Hamilton on Broadway, which was really cool.
Whoa.
And I was prepping that. And then Wednesday night and Thursday, Broadway shut down, the NBA shut down, COVID like fully hit, and everything went away. And so I went back to St. Louis because I went to school in St. Louis, hung around there until about August, and did a virtual showcase for Los Angeles, and thank the Lord, got signed with somebody out here, saved up all of my unemployment money, and went home for about a month and a half, 2 months, and was like, okay, well, I have all this money, I have an agent in Los Angeles, I guess I'm moving to Los Angeles, and I've been here for 5 years. That's how I got here.
What was your first impressions when you got here?
Oh my gosh. So I was staying with one of my best friends, Kevin. He, at the time, him and his now wife were living in Santa Monica, super close to the water. I grew up with him. He moved away in 5th grade, and we've stayed friends the whole time. And he moved to San Clemente, just down south. Him and his wife, Em, they had just moved up to Santa Monica a week before I had gotten to town. So I drove straight. Well, my buddy Jacob and I took a whole road trip. Took a week to get down here, got here. We split ways. As I was getting to Santa Monica, the Marine Lair was in. And I had no idea what the Marine Lair was. I was so concerned. I was like, is there a fire? Is this smoke? I have no idea what's happening. Because that thing is dense.
Yeah. Sometimes it's smoggy too, so it's a little brown.
Yeah, and which is why I was like, is something smoking? Like, this is concerning.
But it doesn't really smell.
No. Had to pee really bad. Nobody would let me pee.
That sounds like Santa Monica.
I know.
They're like, you can't use our bathroom. Buy something.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, ended up he wasn't off work yet, so I went down to the water, parked, went to the beach,
Piss in the ocean.
found a bathroom. No, could you imagine just walking into my jeans? Found a bathroom, peed there, sat down. I couldn't see like 100 feet around me. I sat down and just had this huge panic attack. For like, I was so tired. I was just not doing well at the time in general. And then in the middle of this panic attack, I get an audition for a TV show. And I was like, okay, this is really scary, but this is pretty sick. And that is that is exactly what happened. I did something else, but whatever. Sorry, Mom. The first thing I did was stop at a dispensary. There was this dispensary in Santa Monica. Stopped there. Then I went to the beach. Didn't even smoke it. I just sat down and I had a panic attack. Got an audition. And I was like, okay, we're here, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was literally the first thing that happened in LA, which is crazy.
Looking back at that now compared to the 5 years that you've just lived through, so much can fill the gaps in 5 years. So much can happen. Mm-hmm. So much change can occur. I can't imagine you're who you were when you got here compared to who you are now. Let's talk about what has changed in your desire of acting. What has changed within you? Because you did say you don't even know if you're an actor.
Yeah, I think that's
because you act.
I do. That's really dramatic.
Commercial.
Yeah,
you do.
But
the
I don't know. Is
dramas.
that acting? Are either one of those really acting?
Hey, the vertical people could be watching. They probably are.
They are. I mean, it is acting. It's no shame for verticals. This is more
different.
It's more specifically my approach to verticals, which is all completely, my own doing. It is what I make it.
Verticals are for the people that don't know. I get parents that watch this. They're like, "What are you talking about?"
So verticals are soap operas, very telenovela, shot vertically to be viewed on your phone. They're feature length projects, sometimes 50 minutes, sometimes an hour 20. And they are split up into 60 to 90-second episodes.
And they're on apps.
They're on apps. You can get some free episodes on social media, but then you go to the apps and watch it.
And you can pay to get the full series.
Yeah, or people pirate them all the time.
For sure,
so you can you can do that too. Yeah,
real shorts being like, don't say that.
Yeah, all of them, dude. There's so many now. There's so many.
There's like 1 million.
There's so many, and they're fun. And I don't get me wrong. Like, I love them. I love them so much. And they gave me what I wanted for the longest time. And we talk about change. For the longest time, especially when I got here, all I wanted was
To work?
yeah, my goals have shifted and maybe not shifted because I still want similar things that I wanted when I got here. But there are more things that I want as opposed to just like such a linear version of what being a successful actor looked like at the time to me. But I wanted so badly just to be a working actor and to be a full-time actor. That's all I wanted. And I'm so grateful for Verticals because before that, I mean, I did short films in high school, but nobody knows what they're doing, not even the people who are making them. And I did commercials and stuff throughout college and high school too, but even that felt different because you're just a placeholder, really. And I've always just done theater. So Verticals were the thing that allowed me to be consistent on set and know the lingo and be like, is this my 2 for B cam? Where's this? Learn the hierarchy of the set, what a first AD does, what a second AD does. Like really, really get that on set training that I could not have gotten in other places. And it's also giving me so many wonderful things and tools to be like, okay, great. The scene where my grandma dies now that we were shooting at the end of the day got moved up to right after lunch. How do I find myself authentically in this place in a time constraint? What do I do?
What did you do? That's a good question.
For me, there's this poem that really resonates with me. This is a Mary Oliver poem called For Tom Shaw, and it's beautiful, and it's a call and response, and it's 6 lines. Super roughly, this is not verbatim, but it's why do I feel this cold? It's for the death of your friend. Will I always feel this way? No. Yes, but over time it will diminish. What is the purpose for it? Wasn't your friendship always as beautiful as a flame? So I just recite that. And I just sit with it. And now, granted, this is when I'm in a time constraint, when I don't have the ability to like sit and really get in character. So it feels cheating. It feels like cheating a little bit, but it's what I need to do, and it's effective, and it gets me there. And I'll just sit with my eyes closed and recite that. And recently I found on other verticals when I have to get to that place, something that really resonates with me within that is just inherently I kind of view this image of myself in this white void, and whoever the voice is, sometimes it's God, sometimes it's myself. It's always so comforting. And recently I have this image of me telling this to my future child, which really breaks me, because to me the poem is this loss of innocence and this like comfort of an understanding of like your new reality and this pain and the sadness that is now a part of you that you have to figure out a way to live with. And the voice just feels like such a knowing presence that is so gentle. And to me, having to tell this to my future child breaks me, because even if it's like my nephews, because it's like, I don't know, maybe you have this, maybe you don't, but like there's a moment in your life, whatever that moment is, that you have a realization that what you thought was the way this world works is not actually the way that it works. And I think that breaking point is really sad. And to have to witness somebody I love also make that realization sucks.
That was so well said.
Yeah. So
that would do it if I was on set for a vertical and I'm like, my grandma died an hour and a half after launch. All right.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up poetry, because recently you've been posting on Instagram little videos of your writing, and a lot of them are love letters to people from your past, people that you love, people that you know. And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I feel like there's been an undertone of grief to them.
Yeah.
And if you're open to sharing what is grief to you, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I think this is a wonderful question. I don't totally know. Grief has been different throughout my life in so many ways. I'm not alone in experiencing grief, so I'm not even gonna.
I think it's important to talk about. I mean, everyone I've talked to on the show has experienced grief because everyone experiences grief.
Exactly.
At some point in their life, and when they do, it's like the words. I mean, someone could be watching this right now.
Yeah.
Grieving.
Yeah.
Something, somebody, some idea that has been ripped from them.
Yeah.
And I think giving space for those harder feelings is why I do this.
Yeah.
It's why this show matters, in my opinion.
Which is beautiful. No, you're right. Which I love everything that we've been talking about, but I love that we're getting into this because in reality, those things like are and influence me, but like, I mean, this feels like who I am.
Yeah.
Especially right now. But grief, I don't know. Grief is kind of this thing that consistently kind of envelops me. And some days it's really beautiful. And some days I'm so grateful for it because there is an experience, like there is a thing with the experience of grief that is almost proof of like the love that you had and proof of this person. And some days grief is like so heavy and so frustrating and a thing that I don't even think I recognize as grief. But I'm moving slow and my thought process has shifted and it's like, oh, right. You, me, I am like, I don't know. It's all with all kind of what this is. My oldest sister, Amanda, she just passed away about like 5 weeks ago.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. Oh gosh, it sucks. And I've experienced a lot of grief in my life. When I was 17, one of my childhood friends died in a car accident. And then those are shoes in that little blue Adidas box. And then the next year, these two dudes, Nate and Tanner, we weren't like best friends or anything. They were really closer to my close friends. They passed, and so then I was just sort of around that grief a lot. And then the following year, Sam, another dude I grew up with who lived behind the creek, across the creek from me, passed away from cancer when I was 19. And then grief didn't really exist for a really long time. And then this past year, my high school theater teacher, who was a really good friend, passed away very suddenly in the summer. And then later that summer, my grandpa passed away. And then my sister just passed away super unexpectedly. And each one, this is why I'm kind of saying I don't really know what grief is, because I thought I knew. I thought I knew so specifically what it was and how to deal with it. Because I've lost family, like I've lost friends and I've lost older family, but you know, I don't know, siblings different, man. That's a really different one. And it feels different. And I still don't really know what it is, what to do with it. But what comes with the poetry has been really wonderful to sit and to like remember, and I feel like that's the most accessible way for me to experience my grief and to express it and express my love as well. And I think it's really beautiful that you mentioned that they seem like love letters to people, which I'm grateful for, because I don't think I actually recognized that they were, but I'm sitting back and going through them like, oh, he is right, they are. And I think that is really special. subconsciously the ones that I have chosen to do something with.
People are my
Filled with
passion,
love.
you
Yeah,
know.
100%.
I've been told I take things too seriously at times,
Yeah.
especially when it's like people I don't necessarily know on a deep level.
Mm.
But I think life's too short to not take it seriously.
Yeah.
Some people say the opposite. Someone's like, "Oh, life's short. Don't take it too seriously." But I'm like, I need to take everybody serious because
100%.
I want to be taken seriously. I want to be respected.
And I want to care.
I want to care. I want to share your grief. I want to be present with you while you are experiencing the breadth of life.
Yeah. I agree.
Life is not easy.
No.
It's not supposed to be. I don't think so.
No. And we're not singular in it.
No.
Like, it's not easy for anybody. But,
and it's also everywhere.
yeah.
And it's moving. And I think if you get caught, I think grief has this magical gift that it presents, which is it really opens you up to what needs to change.
Yes. Yes. The craziest thing, these past 2 months have been the most intense of my life. And this is what I've been saying, that I feel like I've just been beaten to a pulp in this experience of, like, I feel like God has just stripped so many things from my life to kind of show me what is staying and the importance of what stayed, and highlighting the things that need to leave. And I'm not grateful for the things that I've lost, but I am grateful for the love that I've been shown within it and what he's allowed me to learn inside of it. And the discernment within it and the ability to maneuver through that. I don't know where I was going with this, but I mean, you're right. Like, it highlights what's got to go. And recently, all I've been doing is focusing on what I want and just being like, you know what? Which is why the whole acting thing feels like it's a little on the back burner, because for so long it has not fueled me, and I can't keep giving to things that aren't giving back to me.
It drains. It's
exhausting. There's, like, life is too short to not take that shit seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes in regards to things being taken away is emptiness is the start of something new and for you.
What do you mean? Sorry. Say that again.
Emptiness is the start of something new and for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
When things get taken away, it's making space
For what's to come.
Bingo.
And what you need. That's the only, that right there, that sentiment is like the only thing that I feel like is what's getting me. That's the thing that's getting me out of bed. If we go back to it. This understanding.
Callback.
That of, like, 100% of, like, all this stuff, there's so much removal, but it's so that I can receive the thing that's waiting for me. I have to believe that. Because if I do not believe that, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
There is no alternative. Because if it's like, if I don't believe that, then I believe that my life is just shit. And these things happen to me, and this is what my life is. Which,
one problem after another.
100%, which is a thing I believed for a very, very, very long time.
It's a very nihilistic, pessimistic view of life.
Which then perpetuates.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
It very much, the reality you believe in is the reality you live.
I agree wholeheartedly. And only recently has my body believed that. Have I seen that? In the opposite sense. Because all I ever did was tell myself that, like, kind of like, I am my sadness and I am my grief. And
like, what if you weren't?
Right.
What if you were just experiencing these things?
Yes, and I am not these things, and it is not a label I have to carry, but just something that's happening, and I am separate from it, and I have my grief, and at times I am my grief.
Sure.
But I am so much more than those things, which has taken so long to recognize, because I mean that truly, like, that's the biggest thing is the view of myself and how negative my self-talk is sometimes, and really was for years. I would make mistakes, and then I would just like be like, I am those mistakes. That's who I am. That thing that I did, that's who I am. The people that I hurt, that's who I truly am. And I believed that about myself for a really, really, really long time. And then I find myself in situations that reflect that back to me. And then because I believe that, I'm moving through my day-to-day with that belief, and my actions are based in that belief. So then the things I'm doing, it's a cycle. And then it's like...
It's a feedback loop that sets you up for failure.
Exactly.
So then it confirms your bias.
Yep.
On your own thoughts about yourself, which shapes you into something maybe worse.
Oh,
unless you
definitely
choose
worse.
to work through it. And I think grief is the reset. You know, grief comes right when you need it.
So back in mid-September, cousin was in town. We go to my car to go watch Thursday Night Football. Car got hit. My car got hit when it was parked. Totaled my car. Lost my car. So I was like, well, that sucks. That's crazy. So I bought a bike.
It's a good bike.
It's a nice bike.
I bike.
I love it. It's so fun. I don't bike as much now because the first day I used it, wrecked it, fractured my big toe in 2 places. So then I was on a boot for like 5 weeks.
Can't bike with that.
Can't bike with it. So don't have a car. I can't bike. That felt like it was really, getting stripped. And then, personal relationships and personal life. We had talked about that. Like things were unraveling there and coming to an end. And then my sister passed away. And then I got back here. And this kind of crazy story. This crazy thing happened and experienced this dude literally like in my hands almost die.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And that's crazy.
That was crazy. Crazy
Insane.
story. That's a story for another podcast.
Insane.
Right.
He's alive.
He tried to jump the fence.
Impaled himself.
Yeah.
Hit an artery.
He hit an artery. Yeah, just blood everywhere.
And blood everywhere. And
but
literally...
you saved his life. You called.
I
pushed on the wound.
Yeah, he essentially, I guess briefly, so we don't spend a lot of time. Literally, I heard screaming, ran out. I was like, "What happened?" Like, call 911. Call 911. I grab a towel and jump over. I take his, because he's in a button up and a suit jacket. I take his shirt off so I can figure out where his blood is coming from. He's got this like puncture wound under his arm. So I'm just pressing as hard as I can to get this bleeding to stop, and paramedics come take him. No idea what happened to him. I ran into the other dude
the other day.
Like 3 days ago.
Did he say hello?
Yeah, because he was talking to my neighbor David, who lives right back here, and I was like, oh my gosh. He goes, we were just talking about you. I was like, how is he? He's like, he's alive. Great. Crazy. But like all of these things, there was
just
so
one
much
after
another. And I hit a point where I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't do anything.
But you did everything. You did it.
Yeah.
You got through all of it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm through it, but
you're still going.
Yeah. And it's in part to like, it's the love of my family. It's my community around me. I've been in EMDR therapy for like 6 months, which has been so transformative. And
I don't know what that is.
If I'm going to sound like I'm in a cult, I don't know what it is. It's eye movement desensitization something. I don't know what the R stands for. I think that's what the first 3 stand for. It's anything, the movement is bilateral, so you can hold like something in your hand, in either hand, that vibrates on the other side. I follow a dot on a screen. It's really difficult because you bring up your trauma and like the things in your life that cause a bodily response, and all you do is focus on that memory. You just think about that memory and think about what it does to your body, where you go. For me, I'll follow this dot. I don't know how long it is. 45 seconds? 90 seconds? 2 minutes, no idea. Follow that dot, just let your mind go, and then it ends. And my therapist's like, what came up? And then I just talk about the thing that came up. She's like, okay, cool, follow that. You go again. You do that for like 30, 45 minutes. And you're just like retraining your brain to actually process that memory, to regulate your nervous system, so that when these things pop up, you don't have the kind of debilitating response that you normally have. You're able to actually process it and work through it. And I've been in therapy since I was 17. It is the only form of therapy that I feel a mental shift in my day-to-day.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. I love it. So that's been so helpful.
Sure.
It's given me so much clarity. Just the ability to name it.
Yeah.
And to be separate from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready for another segment?
Let's go.
And then we'll move into the final questions.
Let's go.
This is new to the show, as always, because I try to do the third segment more catered to the people I'm interviewing. This is going to be word poem. Oh, yeah. And we're going to swap some sentences back and forth and try to shape that into a poem. You'll start and you'll also close.
Okay.
I'll kind of just bounce it off. There's no like parameter to this. It's just, we'll feel it out. Whenever you're ready. One sentence at a time.
There is comfort in the ability of being present with another.
Yet I find myself thinking of others.
So that while in communion, with this counterpart, my mind still drifts.
I find my thoughts create more thoughts that show me where I've been,
where I'm going, where I'm at. What I want. What I need. There it is.
That's it. That's word poem.
That's it.
That was beautiful.
Let's go.
That was good.
Yeah, there's a good.
I wanted to present a little bit of a problem on the second sentence to see if you could turn it into something, and you did so well.
Of like,
I sent a contradiction because I said yet.
I know it was being present,
and then I said
you're with other. You're thinking away.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else, someone else.
I know, and I was like, okay.
And you bounced that off beautifully.
I know.
I was giving you a little problem to solve, and you solved it.
I know. I was like, okay, so we are being present, but we're also not being present. So how do we then, move through that?
That was good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Johnny, how would you help somebody that is struggling right now? What would you tell them? If they were in the room with us and they just told us something hard.
I'd first preface it with I don't have any answers, and I can only speak from an experience of things that helped me But I think that the best thing that you can do is to be quiet and to listen to what is coming up and what you need, and to honor that. That if you are sad, then to be sad. And if you don't feel any sadness, then don't feel guilt. And to try to channel that into something that fills you.
What do you want
in life?
Yeah.
I want to give and receive love. I think is probably the overarching thing, and whatever that is, and that breaks down to creativity, to family, to community, to everything. But I think like the base of it is just being in constant practice of honesty of self and others, and giving and receiving love, and just feeling good, baby.
Feeling good does feel good, I have to say. I mean, it ain't easy being cheesy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
What do you need?
What do I need? What do I need? I need to listen, really, to continue to listen. Listen to, I think right now in my life, it's selfish a little bit, but listen to myself. I need to listen and be honest with whatever's happening inside and whatever's pulling me to any direction.
What do you think is coming?
Something good, I hope. I think very much a shift is coming. It's truly what I think is coming is finding myself in a space and positions that I've always wanted myself to be in, that I haven't really put in the work to find myself in. And I think this next year is going to be really, really fruitful and be really great. And it's cool because I believe it, which is rare.
Your words are powerful.
Yeah.
The words you put out there are the words that'll come back.
Exactly.
So don't put out bad words.
Don't do it.
Johnny, is there an ideal age you want to live to? You got a magic number?
Anything in the late 80s. Yeah. 90s feels a little too much if I'm healthy. If I'm a healthy 90, hell yeah.
My grandpa's turning 90 this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he a healthy 90?
He is.
Then there you go. A healthy 90 is fantastic. That'd be great.
What are your thoughts on dying for you?
On dying?
Death. I'm not talking about people around you. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
You think about mortality. You think about
100%.
The Great Escape.
I think
the release.
I think sometimes I don't think about how I will die, but I question what it is some days of like what my death will be. I don't spend much time on it because it's not fun, but I am curious,
For sure.
morbidly, of like,
For sure.
is it an accident or is it natural causes? Like, how do I die?
I think it's an important thing to think about safely for
Yeah,
a short amount of time.
Yes.
Here and there. More so just to know that it is going to happen.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah.
But also, it has to happen.
Yeah.
And it will.
There's no avoiding it. It will happen.
Do you think anything happens afterwards? You
Yeah.
believe in afterlife?
I do. I don't know what form, truthfully. I
Okay.
believe in the afterlife. I grew up Christian and I have my Bible and I believe in heaven, but
Same.
but I feel guilty saying this, but I don't know if I so much believe in like the golden paved road so much anymore. I don't know why.
Pearly gates.
Yeah, the pearly gates. I actually do believe in those. Weird, strangely enough. None of it makes sense.
St. Peter.
None
at
of
the
this
top.
makes sense.
No
this is
golden
all-
road, but pearly gates.
Yeah,
Clouds.
this is all vibes based.
St. Peter with a book. He's like, let's go over your life.
But
Did
I
you
do-
make the cut?
I do something I hope, and something that has always given me comfort, is I have so many questions in life, and so many questions about life, and about things that we'll never be able to know, and about the beginnings, and about the Bible, and about all these stories, and about
Give me your number one question.
oh,
What would you ask at deathbed? You passed. God comes up to you, says, "You get one question. What are you asking?"
tell me the history of the whole world until it implodes.
I'm sure you could. I'm guessing there's a timeline, right?
But I want to know what happens. I want to know the
After?
inner work. Yeah, I want to know the inner workings. What else is
You want
invented?
the truthful timeline.
Yeah, like what else is created? What are the things that humans do or destroy? Like what events happen? And then
You care more about the universal, less about like how
No.
many hairs were on my head in my entire lifetime.
yeah, that one doesn't really get me. I think it's more like where in my body is my soul? Does it
Mm.
like I think that's
Is it in the whole thing? I think it's in the whole thing, right?
I don't
or is
know.
it a ball?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I feel it. I think
It's got to exist.
feels
There's
like
this-
it's in my chest.
I don't know where it is in that House of Light. There's a Mary Oliver poem about the soul, and she's essentially just like why do I have a soul but like this deer doesn't? And I think that's a really beautiful question.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe stuff like that. I just want to know. And I've always, like, when my friends would pass and I was really young, the thing that would comfort me is I would continually tell myself, well, they just got all the answers. They just learned everything. All the questions I have, it's like a reward in a sense of you just get all of the answers. And that's not based in anything other than like that when I was 17 just really gave me comfort.
Yeah.
And I've ran with it. And it makes me so happy to think that once I pass, I'll just know everything.
If you could ask advice from 80-year-old Johnny, what piece of advice would you ask, and what do you think he'd say? Space-time continuum, safe.
Safe. Nothing's gonna happen. I guess what's the thing that you wish you did?
And what do you think he'd say?
Ideally, I did everything I ever wanted.
Good
But
answer.
most likely it's probably stretching.
Stretch more, everybody,
Yeah.
so then you can fulfill Johnny's
80-year-old.
future. So then he can actually just say, "I did it all,"
I did it all. I stretched.
and then
every
he
day.
does it. He does a
All
toe
the
touch,
way
a
down.
toe touch right in front of you, and you're like, "Yes."
That's impressive, old me. That's crazy.
And be gentle with this one.
Okay.
If 8-year-old you came to you now and asked for a piece of advice, what do you think he'd ask, and what would you say today? Space-time continuum, safe.
He would probably ask something along the lines of a social status thing, most likely, or like what we're doing or what we have.
And would you actually answer that, or would you just give him advice? Some people
I would
just do advice.
Give him advice because because I'm sitting here, I'm like, how do I quantify the things that I feel and have? Like, it's not tangible. 8-year-old me isn't gonna be able to comprehend that.
He's gonna be like, "Where's our babies?"
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, dude.
You're like economy, dude. You got to learn about the economy before you think about babies.
Bro, just wait until you see the cost of the price of living.
Yeah.
Cost of living when you're older.
You're like, I pay a lot of money for rent.
You know taxes?
You're gonna.
No.
You're gonna.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll probably just give him advice, and it would be the advice just to like be present with people, like really not worry about the way you look or seem to people. And to just unashamedly love what you love and who you love and what you do. Just stick to that. Oh. And that's it.
Are you ready for the final question?
No.
They never are. They never. I guess sometimes they're like, I'm looking forward to it. Get me out of this interview. And I'm like, yeah, I got you.
I just don't know what it is.
Johnny Briseno, would you care to share a word before we leave? You can say more than a word. A sentence is preferred. What do you want to say to the world before you die?
My current thing is just find the thing or the things that fuel you and make you happy. And don't hurt anybody. And fill your life with it. That's probably it.
Find the things that fuel you and make you happy. Don't hurt anybody. And
I actually don't remember the last thing I said.
do that.
Do that, I guess.
Make you happy.
Do that thing.
Do what fuels you.
Yeah, just do.
And don't hurt other people.
Yeah. There you go. And make cool shit.
Ooh, yeah. Like this.
Like this.
This has been A Word Before We Leave. I'm Brett Gaffney, and this is
Johnny Briseno.
We are in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to say thank you to everybody who has joined us today from Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, you name it. Even if this is just a social media clip on your phone, you rock. I want to say thank you to everybody, but specifically I want to say thank you to you, Johnny, for inviting me into your space and for allowing us to hear your story. And our conversation is never going to do justice to a whole person, but God is it making things more clear for everybody that gets a chance to tune in. I want to say thank you to Rick Alloway for sponsoring the creation of the podcast. I want to say thank you to our previous guests that have been on the show. Your words matter, and the words that you put out into this world are everything and anything, and that is the magic of why we do it. After all, it ain't easy being cheesy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Maybe you too can Oh, I got it. Maybe you too can write a poem today.
Oh, there you go.
I'm Brett Gaffney. I need to close a door, but we don't have a door in frame, so we should close. Can I open this window and
Open
then
it up
shut
and close it again.
And that's how the show ends. It's just a fun way because ending things is so hard.
Ending things sucks.
That sucks.
Oh, you locked it. Let's go.
It's like a tail
Good
slip,
shit, man.
technically. That's why I do it.
Wow.
All right.